Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX, and this will be the final bonus episode of this LP. Now, this episode is the one that has been giving me what I've been saying that I might not be able to do, and all this technical problems, and I've managed to do it somehow. I don't know. You might notice in the bottom right corner here, I've reset my time. My time is now back to 00. Well, 3 minutes, but that's what it's taken to get here. Now, to do this, you either have to use an action replay, or there is one other way you can do it. You can leave your game on for 2 years, 98 days, 6 minutes and 28.25 seconds. If you do that, the clock will overflow, which means it will reset back to normal. Basically, after you get past, 99 hours, it will change colour. The clock will go red. Then I think it's green, blue, blah, blah, blah. But eventually it runs out of colours. So it will be like, it won't go 100 hours, it will go red and then 1 hour, for instance, for 100 hours. So eventually it runs out of colours, and that's how long it takes. 2 years, 98 days, 6 minutes and 28.25 seconds. And then the clock overflows, and then it will go back to the start. And that means you've now got 12 hours, a 12-hour window again, where you can get the Excalibur II. Now that is just not feasible at all. So what I've done, I've managed to take my save from my PS3 with my PS3 to PS2/1 memory card converter thing, put it on my PS2, use my PS1 action replay, go away car, to reset the time. Well, there's a cheat on there to reset the time. Now, I'm only going to do this just so I can show you it is cheating, naughty naughty, blah blah blah. I've tried all sorts of things. I tried taking it onto the PC without using an action replay, because I couldn't find my action replay. I've tried taking it on the PC, trying to edit it with a program called Memoria. It's a Final Fantasy IX save editor. It doesn't work though. It only works with using emulators, because you can't get it back on because it corrupts the save data because of the way computers save files or something. I don't know, but it ballsed it up. Now, oh my god, this is just taking so long on the show, and I did actually manage to find my action replay, which was really, really nice. That I was actually able to find it. Oh, so good. So now, what we can do is we can examine over here. Now, if you get here within 12 hours, this exclamation mark will be. If you examine it, there's something written here. To Brother Gil. Bro, I found the sword, like you told me, but there were two. One of them had a lame name, something 2. It was a dingy, old thing with flashy decorations, something you'd probably like. So I went with Excalibur. I'll be back after I find Tin Armour. The Tin Armour. Enkidu. Now, Enkidu is, or what Enkidu rather, is the name of Gilgamesh's pet, and Excalibur it's supposed to be. There's loads of bad translations in this. Well, maybe that is right, I can't remember. Is a crappy version of Excalibur from Final Fantasy V. I can't remember who Brother Gil is. I think it's supposed to be Gilgamesh he's talking to, because he's got loads of different names. I'm not sure, but when you do that, you get the Excalibur II, the best weapon in the game. Now, what you can do with this weapon, well, not a lot really, but it's well worth it because it's the strongest weapon in the game. Stronger than Ultimate Weapon with an attack power of 108. That is a massive boost for Steiner, who otherwise is kind of lackluster, especially compared to Zidane. So there we go, Excalibur II, the ultimate sword, used by a legendary king. It was forged in another world. And the best thing about it, of course, it has elemental attack holy, just like Excalibur does, which is something Ragnarok doesn't. So yeah, Excalibur II, amazing weapon. Now, one thing I am going to show off during this is I'm just going to meet you guys back at Hades, so I'll cut and meet you there. Okay, here we are, back in the water. Hopefully I won't get a battle. There we go, good of you to come. Now, let me just stop for a sec. One thing I forgot to say is, I'm such an idiot, it occurred to me on the way down here. Brother Gil is Brother Gilgamesh. So yeah, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I somehow missed that, and I really wish people would just be quiet. I don't know how much noise. I live in like the noisiest neighbourhood ever. It's never noisy. It's quiet all day except for when I start recording. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Brother Gilgamesh. He is from Final Fantasy V. He got banished to the Rift in the game. Spoilers at the end of it, and he appears in all Final Fantasy, well, a lot of Final Fantasy games. He just keeps popping up, and he popped up in this one as that four-armed man. He was Gilgamesh. So yeah. And he was the original wielder of, Excalibur, Excalibur, chicken knife, all those sorts of things. blah blah blah. Now what you can do here is one thing I will show you off. I'm going to make the tin armour, the thing he was looking for, his brother. Tin armour that looks like a toy. It requires your hammer, but just once you synthesize, just play around with it. Do not save. So if you want to go defeat Ozma or last boss, and you just do it, but just don't save it. Yeah. Using up your hammer means you lose the ending, and yeah, you can always just make the tin armour and play around with it. Now the tin armour, I believe, is only equipable by Steiner, and as you can see, watch the defense. Look at that. Look at his defenses. His evade goes from 17 to 49, which is probably the biggest boost you're ever going to get for a Steiner. 64 defense, magic defense 54, magic evasion 43. It's amazing. Seriously. So now that we've got both of these things, let's go have a little random battle. This sword makes Steiner into God. Seriously. His physical attacks, mine probably won't do too much just because of I'm not as high level as I should be with him or whatever, I haven't got the right abilities equipped. But this is going to make Steiner into a god. Let's just see how much. Look how cool it looks as well. That attack really didn't do much justice, but there you go. The sword just makes him into a god, and he would pretty much evade every hit with the tin armour, which is amazing. Let's go with a shock, just to show off how cool it looks on the front. Shock. I mean, look at it. It's a lightsaber, for Christ's sake. It's all shiny and blue. If he had Garnet here, we could use Might on him. But yeah, if you have like a I know what to do. When in doubt, Berserk Steiner. Hopefully it'll work. Yep, there we go, Berserked. Now this will be handy. This thing never just gives up, does it? I'd kind of like it to attack Steiner to see how little the nukes are doing, because the nukes are doing tons to Steiner for us. He would at least take 2k from things like Fire Rigger. Look at that damage, it's just amazing. That's a normal physical hit. It's gone from like a 78 attack power thing to like, I don't know, 100. Damage is just insane. So yeah, remember, you can only legitimately you can't sit here for 2 years and 98 days waiting for the clock to overflow, because that's just a glitch in the game. It occurs with most Final Fantasy games where things overflow. You can overflow lots of things with Thievery as well, I believe, in Dragon Killer, really easily. So yeah, the only real way to get it is to do a speed run. But remember, if you are a PAL player, you can get it, but you can't get a perfect game. You can do it you can do it with a US version and get a perfect game. And a perfect game is basically you get every missable item and get to Excalibur II with a level 1 party effectively by disc 4. Now that is a lot harder than it sounds, believe me. It is probably the hardest challenge in Final Fantasy history. If you do want to do it, be my guest. It requires you to have a PS2 with fast disc read. I'm not sure if you can do it with a PS3. I wouldn't think you can, because you have to skip the full motion video cutscenes, the FMVs, by opening the disc lid or something, or ejecting it, and it skips it and the clock stops. I really don't think it's possible with the PS3. It's definitely not possible with the PS1 because it just runs slower. Can't do it with a PAL version, can't do it with the PS3, so yeah, you need a PS2 set to fast disc speed load. So yeah, if you do that, it's possible. Kids' bikes. People outside again. I mean, Steiner is just such an awesome character. I don't like what they did. I think it's an alright challenge to have Excalibur II there, but it should have been 20 hours in my opinion. I think 20 hours, even then, most people would not get to there in 20 hours. Sure, it's not as hard to get there in 20 hours, nowhere near, but at least then you'd be able to have a perfect game regardless of what region you're from. And I don't know, it just bothers me that when they released the PAL version, they didn't think, oh, it's basically not even doing. They should have added. I think you have to add like 2 hours and 14 minutes. So I think what you're supposed to do. This is why I knew of this cheat to reset the clock. You're supposed to get to 2 hours and 14 minutes, maybe it's 2 hours 48, because that's how much longer it will take you to complete it on the European one, which is only running at 50 frames per second. Then you do that, you load the cheat up, and then you are at the same place that an American player is, and it's fair. You may be cheating, but you're not really cheating, because you're just evening the odds. You're not making it any more easier for yourself. So yeah, the Tin Armour, even though it looks like a toy, is just God. You compare it to anyone else's armour. I mean, you're just amazing. Steiner can just do so much with this piece of armour. And this is the final bonus episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.